Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about the match between Barcelona and Real Madrid. This is going to be the match review, and Barcelona in this game has lost against Real Madrid 3-2. Now let's get the vibe very clear within this video, and I want to make this very straight for everyone here. I am not disappointed with Barcelona's result tonight because of the way that they have fought in this game. The fact that Barcelona came back twice to tell Real Madrid that this is game on, that is something that many of us should be proud of. Like, many of us have to realize that Xavi Hernandez's image, right, his hand is in the Barcelona team. You can truly see the confidence that is being reinstilled within these players, and I'm so happy to see that these players have tried their best to try and beat Real Madrid, because this is a very tough Real Madrid side, one of the best Real Madrid sides that we have seen in the past 5 to 6 years. And the fact that we can take this team all the way until extra time and end 3-2, the only thing I could do right now is applaud these players. I am so happy for how Ansu performed. Pedri, Xavi, Nico, Abde, Ronald Araujo, especially Dani Alves, Jordi Alba, everyone played very well. Now, of course, we are going to be critiquing some things throughout this match review. It is going to be some sort of a long match review because it did go all the way to extra time. So I'm going to try my best to try and shorten up the first half, the second half, and the extra time to have a really condensed match review. But of course, before we go into the rest of this match review between Barcelona and Real Madrid, I do want to talk about the OneFootball app. The OneFootball app is the best football app you could find within the App Store when it does come to the latest player news, team news, player stats, team stats. All of that is going to be compact within the OneFootball app. If you guys do want to go into further detail regarding a tactical analysis between Barcelona and Real Madrid that did happen today, that is also going to be within the OneFootball app. If you guys also do want to support this YouTube channel, the only thing that you do have to do is scan the barcode that you do see on this screen, or you could click the link that's in the description box down below. I'm also going to place it within the pinned comment in the comment sections. That way you would be able to support this YouTube channel by downloading the OneFootball app. Trust me, it is the best football app. You guys will love it. And of course, all of this is going to be for free. But now let's get back into the video. Let's first start with the first half, and we're going to be talking about the starting 11. Now, of course, we did see Luuke De Jong start in this game. He was playing as a center forward. Many of us were thinking that Ansu Fati or Memphis was going to be playing in that role, but Xavi continues to have faith on Luuke De Jong, and he knows and he believes that Luuke De Jong can deliver as a striker for Barcelona. But as for the rest of the players, many of us did expect these players to start. So now going into the first half, and it was very intense. Real Madrid had one very clear game plan, which was if Barcelona lose the ball in the final third, Real Madrid is going to immediately counterattack. And one of the players that they did use to counterattack, it was either Benzema or Vinicius. Benzema's first touch is just something that Barcelona had a really hard time to adjust to. Every time Benzema made that first touch towards Vinicius, Barcelona were in real trouble. And when Vinicius received the ball, Barcelona had to quickly get into their defensive position. But this is where I do want to talk about Barcelona, because when they came to the discipline and to know how to defend against a very lethal attack from Real Madrid, they were actually very disciplined. They knew exactly what they had to do in their roles. And especially when it came to Alves, Ronald Araujo, and Xavi, they took control of Vinicius very well. Now, of course, Real Madrid did score first on the 25th minute. It was unfortunate that Busquets was not aware of the player that was coming behind him. I know that this should have been called as a foul, but even though that was a foul or not, I do expect Busquets to stand much stronger than that. Like, you can't go down that easy, and especially when you know you are in that area of the pitch. If you go down and someone takes the ball away from you, you better get back up and immediately try to fight for the ball back, because Busquets did not do that. He expected a call, but that is how Real Madrid scored their first goal. But we can no longer depend on the ref to make the right call. So Busquets loses the ball, Benzema receives, passes it towards Vinicius, and Vinicius easily scores early in the game. Now, one of the good things that I did see when it came to Barcelona after Madrid did score first was they knew that they were under control. They knew that this game was not going to be like a 3-0, 4-0 game. They knew that this game was going to be theirs, and even Ancelotti knew that this was not going to be an easy game, that Barcelona do have the potential to come back, which is why he did not even celebrate. And Barcelona surprisingly started to gain momentum in those last 15 minutes. They grew into the game, something that we have not been seeing from Barcelona for a very long time. And this is them being 1-0 down. Barcelona wanted to score. Barcelona continued to show confidence, and the players that did stand out in those last 15 minutes, it was Dembele, it was Luuke De Jong, and it was also Frenkie de Jong. Dembele, he did generate many dangerous attacks through his dribbles, through his crosses, and the only reason why Dembele was able to do that much damage on the left flank, it is because of Frenkie de Jong and his movement as a interior. He always opened space for Dembele. He pulled a player out. Dembele was able to cut inside and do whatever he needed to do. So there was a great game plan between Dembele and Frenkie de Jong. As for Luuke De Jong, I was very surprised to see how he did perform because he was actually moving really good in the box. Like, he had a total of 3 chances, big chances, that could have placed Barcelona 2-1 or 3-1 up. But unfortunately, Luuke De Jong did miss 2 out of those 3 chances. But one of those actually converted into a goal because on the 41st minute, Luuke De Jong did score, and we saw this coming. We saw that Luuke De Jong was going to be getting that goal eventually because of how many chances was being generated through Dembele and Alba and Frenkie, and for Luuke De Jong to always find that ball. This is what makes Xavi Hernandez such a great coach and a great trainer, is the fact that he can bring these average players like Luuke De Jong and maybe even potentially Martin Braithwaite in the future and convert them into very important players, decisive players, players who can score in those intense moments, because many of us did not even think Luuke De Jong was going to score in this game, but Xavi Hernandez had the game plan. He knew exactly what to do with these players, and many of us Barcelona fans, the moment that happened, we felt the confidence. We felt like Barcelona were not going to give up. So as we go into the second half, we saw Pedri and Abde come in, Ferran Torres and Frenkie de Jong did come out. When it came to Ferran's game, he did not really do much, which I understand. It was his first game in a Barcelona shirt. He also did come back from a very long-term injury, and so he did not really do much. I do believe that he did generate one very big chance, but besides that, he did not do much, so I'm not going to really review this player. As for Frenkie de Jong, that is the sub that did surprise me the most. I think that Frenkie de Jong is really starting to feel that competitive edge with players like Pedri, Xavi, and Nico because of how they have been performing. But the moment Pedri did enter the match in the second half, many of us were so relieved. We were so happy to finally see this midfielder back because you can feel, right? You can't even not just see what Pedri does, but you can feel the difference on Pedri's impact in Barcelona's game. And in the second half, we saw him immediately have a great chance to shoot the ball. He took the shot and it was almost a goal. Fast forward towards the 67th minute, we saw Ansu Fati come in, and now we're like, okay, great. We're seeing Pedri come back, we're seeing Ansu come back, and they do look like they are in great spirit. They look hungry. And we saw a front three for a moment of Dembele on the left wing area, Ansu Fati as the striker, Abde as the right winger. So this was a front three that did please many fans. We saw the pace between these 3 players, and we knew that these 3 players can cause the damage. Now, we did see a very leveled game between these 2 teams. Barcelona were bringing it, Real Madrid were also bringing it, and it was very difficult for Barcelona to progress in their attack for a moment there in the second half, because one of the ways Barcelona could have unlocked their attack was coming through Busquets. That was one of their solutions. But you look at Busquets and his movement, he is not as fast as he used to be. Like, his transition to the attack is just so slow. So he either misplaced a pass because of his body, right? He was not able to move as quickly every time Real Madrid tried to press him, or he made a very slow pass that should have been generated much faster. And so there were elements in Barcelona's game where they moved fast, but there were moments where Barcelona were moving slow, and that pass needed to move fast for us to progress and really hurt Real Madrid. But Busquets did seem like he was unable to match the rhythm of the game. Now, fast forward towards the 74th minute, Benzema did score. It was a brilliant movement coming from Benzema, the way that he was readjusting his position to set himself up for that goal. Ter Stegen did make that first save. It got blocked, but the ball still stayed inside the box, and then Benzema had the ball received again, and then he put the ball into the back of the net. But even with Real Madrid scoring that second goal, many of us were actually still waiting for Barcelona's second goal because we felt like Barcelona deserved more. Like, we knew that that goal was coming, and we saw that exactly happen because on the 83rd minute, we saw Jordi Alba make a cross into the box, and Ansu Fati scores the header and levels Barcelona 2-2. So they came back twice, my friends. This is the reason why I do say that this Barcelona team did not have a bad game, because they never put their heads down, and that is something that I want all of us to understand, is where this Barcelona team is heading towards too. And the fact that Ansu Fati was able to score in this game, this is like his second time in this season where he made a return and scored a goal immediately. And so yes, ladies and gentlemen, Ansu Fati is back, and I hope that Ansu Fati puts those injuries behind and really make a great impact in this season, because Ansu Fati does show a lot of enthusiasm to really succeed and score goals for this club, and I'm so happy that this player finally returned. The type of goal that he did score also is like, this is not something that you can just teach him. Like, this is all talent. He knows exactly what to do, like his position, his physical stance. That is the reason why Ansu Fati did score in the second half. And so Barcelona were tied 2-2 against Real Madrid, and we were going to extra time. So we're like, okay, Barcelona right now, they do not want to give up. Now, unfortunately, again, Real Madrid did return with a goal, and it was a huge mistake, I would say, coming from Dembele, because he did lose the ball. And the fact that Dembele lost the ball, Real Madrid were able to attack all of those open spaces, and Real Madrid found that chance so clear that by the time Valverde was able to shoot the ball inside that box, there was like 6 players inside the box coming from Real Madrid. Barcelona had no chance to stop that goal scoring opportunity. And look, here's the thing, right? This is my opinion when it comes to Dembele, because I know that many of us are going to be saying because of Dembele, Real Madrid scored that third goal. Now, I do think that that is true, but here's also another thing that we do have to understand. Dembele did generate great plays. I think that he did play well. He could have done better, but this was a game where he did lose the ball so much. And every time Dembele lost the ball, Barcelona greatly suffered. And this was the type of game where you needed players on the wings and in the striker position that can function in tight spaces, which is why we saw players like Xavi, Nico, and Ansu Fati flourish so much, because they were able to still play their game in those tight spaces. Real Madrid closed down so well and left little to no space. One of the players that did see those effects and were harmed, it was Dembele, because Dembele is just not that type of player. Dembele needs space. He asked for the ball to go into space and for him to run to it. He is not someone that can control the ball and dribble through 2 or 3 players and then score a goal. And Real Madrid knew that. They came with a great game plan to stop Dembele, which was to close him down very quickly and have him lose the ball, because he was going to lose the ball. So the environment just did not fit this player, and that's very unfortunate, because as a winger in Barcelona, you need to be able to adjust your game to those tight spaces, and Dembele just was not capable to do that. So that was a big problem, and we saw many players continue to get tired in the extra time. Pedri did impress me the most within the extra time, because every pass that he did have, it went to the final third. Everything went through him. It just showed you just how much Barcelona missed this player. So I was happy with Pedri's performance. I was happy with Ansu Fati's performance. I was okay with Dembele's performance. Memphis Depay did not really show much like how I expected him to be. But in the end, this is going to be my conclusion before I make this video too long. Barcelona did lose, but they lost with dignity. Barcelona showed that they are improving. This is a performance where they do show the world that they are taking a step forward. This is not a step backwards. Like I've said, the fact that Barcelona came back twice against a very great Real Madrid side, the only thing that I could do, like I've said in the beginning of this video, is applaud these players and be happy for these players, because Barcelona right now, they are in the correct path. But that is going to be wrapping up today's Barcelona post-match review. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.